So it is close to 9 p.m. It is actually 8:30. And I am willing to, record something, I guess. Before I thought, I'm not going to record today. I'm a bit too tired. Today is my day off of working out and also cold showers, at least the length of it. So today is the day where I just really kind of, for once listen to my body and give myself a bit of rest and repair time, and probably also going to go to bed quite early. I am now looking for a way to kind of play games on my PC or MacBook, and just for relaxation purposes, because playing games and doing certain things really gives me some time and just the ability to calm down a bit and forget about things for once, which has been very useful to me and very important for me as well in recent days. Really, really, really important indeed. But yeah, anyway, what are we gonna do? We are gonna do something. Well, let's have a look at Reddit things, what we can find here, and why is it so bright? Maybe you can even hear the rain in the background. It is currently raining. It is a fucked up thing, kind of. On one hand, I think it is quite nice because I'm gonna be able to sleep a bit better because it's not that hot. As well as it is just very relaxing for me, at least. The downside of it is I am gonna have a day off of work tomorrow, and weather is not gonna be that different tomorrow than it is today, and that's not that cool. There are better things than that, but yeah, it is what it is. One has to live with that. Hard truths of life. The inauthentic life can be a way of protecting us from the terrors of reality. The materialistic values of Western society divert our attention away from the awful anxiety-provoking truths of our lives. However, authentic people do not shy away from the realities of life. They are open to the hard truths. That's indeed kind of, I don't want to be like, this is life, or I don't know, whatever. Like, doesn't matter at all to me that I am just wondering why things are a certain way. Maybe I've done something really wrong now. No, I haven't. I don't get that. I really don't. But do I need to get it? I don't think so. One day we will all die. That day might be today or tomorrow. We cannot control the world around us, and we are helpless in the face of the unavoidable, unpredictable things that will happen to us. We have to make decisions in life. We are responsible for the choices we make, and we have to live with the consequences. Guess what? There is no meaning or purpose to our lives except that which we choose to give it. Ultimately, we are alone. Which is the last point. And I do especially want to point out the fourth, yes, which is there is no meaning or purpose to our lives except that which we choose to give it. And it is just the case. And it is just the truth. And no matter what you're willing to believe and whatnot, and this is also one of the reasons why I think being a religious person makes just sense, having a purpose in life is important, and you're giving this purpose to yourself, It's not something that's just there and whatnot. Like back in the days, our lives had, at least in my point of view, more meaning and or more reason, And when I say back in the days, I mean really ancient times where we have been walking around lightly clothed, kind of. I don't even know if this is the truth or if this is just how things were portrayed quite. But back then we had to survive, and the only thing that we were focusing on was surviving. One could argue like this is shit and we couldn't be doing some other things, but your life did have meaning back then. Your meaning was just trying to somehow exist, period. And I do often think about this, like, it would actually be nice. It would be nice living somewhere just trying to survive, I mean, it would be cool probably up to the point where I actually have to do it, when I have to hunt my fucking food and really try to not die. But there was no, or there would not be any depressive episodes or whatever. The only thing that you're fucking focusing on, that you're having in your mind, and nothing else, is you have to survive, and you have to somehow get food and something to drink and whatever. And that is fucking it. There's nothing else. There's not this football game that's going to be the next week. There's not going to be this presentation that you're going to have today. There's not going to be this thing that you are pissed off by, and that thing that somebody is good at, this other good looking person. Nothing. And by the way, these are not necessarily things that I think about, nor you think about, nor anybody else thinks about. But I think it's just some, I don't know, it's like a collection of things that might be boring somebody, and or that are of importance in our lives at this point in time, more or less. And I do want to emphasize more or less. But when you're just in the wild and trying to survive, it is the only thing that you think about, and the only thing that you're worrying about, the only thing that you're having in your mind. And if you have food and you're well off and everything is fine, quite, and then you're just not dying of hunger or what not, then things are good and things are fine and you are good to go. Period. Fucking period. That's it, And when you have food and everything's fine, you maybe think about ways in which you get more food, and or how you can store your food, and or just gain water, and or kind of do something with fucking rainwater. I don't fucking know what you would be doing all day long, but if you wouldn't be doing these things, you're probably gonna be laying around, I don't know, making babies. I don't fucking know what you're gonna do, but there's not gonna be too much to worry about. But these simple things. Kinda sounds strange, because it is. But yeah, run. It will help you be better. To those who are stuck or going through a bad phase in life, I would say this: run. No, not run away from your problems, but actually run. Literally speaking, run. In the morning or in the evening, run till you sweat, until you can listen to your heartbeat. The simple activity of running would tire you, but it would make you feel alive. When you do this continuously for a mere 3 weeks, you would feel a lot healthier, both physically and mentally. P.S. Do drink a lot of water, and please don't run with a mask on given the current circumstances. If anyone else has experienced this, do let me know. One of the main reasons why I think that I'm still staying sane, besides the podcast and everything else that I'm doing, is working out. Working out is tremendously important to me. As, by the way, also just having some days on which I'm not working out are. I also need them. They're also important for me. But working out just creates some time for me. When this 1.5 hours or 2 hours or whatever it's going to be of my day, in this time span, I'm not thinking about too much. It depends on the day, it depends on the workout. Like, there's many factors. Sometimes just hate it because I'm not getting the workout in that I would like to have, and I'd like to make and have had quite. But very often it just gives me some time to not think and not worry and not I don't know, like, not feel bad and not feel mad and sad and whatnot. Like, I just work out, and this is what I'm focusing on, and this is what is in my mind, and this is what I just do at this point. I'm just being present. really present. Maybe because everything hurts and everything is pain, but it is good pain. It feels great. It feels good. And, yeah. This is also something that I'm seeing with the podcast. Like when I'm recording, there's not too much that I'm thinking about. Also, obviously, it depends on the day, circumstances, so many different things. But quite often, I don't think about it too much. It's pretty disappointing when you have arguments with your significant other because they have misunderstood or stood you and refuse to acknowledge their failings. I believe we can make our point only when they are willing to listen amicably, whatever this means, without pointing faults and judging. Yeah, I mean, it is always difficult to have an argument with certain people. And I've kind of experienced that as well. Like, if somebody's really kind of into their point and really just try to rely on it and think that it's the only truth there is in the whole world and won't even listen to you, like this is very, very discouraging and very just fucked up. It's gonna make you just insane, quite. But I think at this point, maybe by the way, this is also one of the reasons why at this point in time I, for this reason, don't want to be in a relationship, because I don't want to have to deal with these things. I don't just want to be bothered by people. I don't want to just have to deal with people being angry at me and shit like that. Like, I know what it is like. I know the good sides of a relationship. I know the bad sides of one. And at this point in time, I feel like, well, when I'm alone, there's nobody that is pissing me off. There is nobody that is just doing something that I wouldn't like. There's, not too many things to worry about, like yada, yada, yada. Overall, it's like, well, why not? Why just have to make your life a bit more difficult than it already is? Why does everyone else seem to have happier and fulfilling lives? I am a 21-year-old university student and play a university-level sport. I dedicate most of my time to working out, training, focusing on my athletic career in school. Despite having ambitions and at least some sense of direction, I am frustrated with my social life. In the last 2 years, I've grown lonely and feel isolated since I've dedicated so much of my time to developing my athletics and academics. I won't even read further. I want to point out balance. Something that I've been struggling with as well. Still do, but balance. I heavily struggle with that. But it is so incredibly important. Give yourself balance. Give your body balance. Give your mind balance. Give your life balance. And this is my point. Please have balance. It's fine to sometimes eat shit, drink, but everything needs to be in balance, Or I'd say more to the good side than to the bad side, more to the working hard side than to the I'm gonna treat myself side, just have a bit of balance. Gotta see you the next time. Bye-bye.